Welcome back to TNLP, the newsletter podcast brought to you by the HAZMAT guys. I'm your host, Timmy, here with this week's top HAZMAT stories from around the U.S. We start with breaking news out of Campbell, Ohio, where a police report states that one person was pronounced dead after a hazardous materials team was called to an incident at an industrial site on Friday. WFMJ says, according to Campbell Police, the incident happened at Bass Environmental, located on Wilson Avenue. According to its website, Bass Environmental is a facility that treats and processes non-hazardous industrial wastewater. A police report states that there was an extremely strong smell of rotten eggs and chemicals in the area. According to the report, police found a man, identified as 61-year-old Sean Benier, foaming at the mouth. Police gave him 2 doses of Naxalone, but that failed, according to police. Benier was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. At this time, it is unclear if this death was connected to the smell, but doctors told police that Benier had multiple chemical burns around his face and hands. Furthermore, the report states that another man had passed out and was taken to the hospital for treatment. Police later spoke with this man, who told officers he was pumping cut sulfuric acid into a tanker truck operated by Benier. After not getting any kind of response, he went to the front of the truck to check the gauges, where he found Benier unconscious. At this point, the man told police he felt like he was going to pass out and fell to the ground. The man said the only thing he remembers from there is being woken up by his coworkers. The man said the odor he smelled when he was near the truck is something he's never smelled before that day. HAZMAT was called to test the air in the area. According to the report, HAZMAT crews found at least 5 parts per million of hydrogen sulfide gas, prompting an evacuation of the building. 21 News is working to learn more about the incident. We have contacted the Occupational Health and Safety Administration, OSHA, regarding this matter, and we're waiting to hear back. Did you know you can now search the entire THMG episode archive on Spotify? Check out the podcast page and search for keywords to filter down what topics you're looking for. For example, if you searched hydrogen sulfide within the show, you'd filter down to episodes like 476 and 477, Hydrogen Sulfide Parts 1 and 2. Give it a try in the Spotify mobile app by first searching for the HAZMAT guys. Headed south, a semi-truck spilled nitric acid on roads throughout Chattanooga on Saturday, March 7th. Around 12:20 a.m., a person driving on I-24 westbound called 911 to report seeing a semi-truck leaking substance onto their car, according to the Chattanooga Fire Department. The truck got off the interstate onto Browns Ferry Road, heading to Brentag Mid-South Inc., a chemical facility on Wauhatchie Pike. The spill impacted parts of the road between the Browns Ferry Road exit and Brentag. It's unclear how much leaked onto the interstate before the exit, though. Local 3 crews also spotted a cleanup crew on Rossville Boulevard. After reaching out to the department, they said the same truck spilled there. CFD HAZMAT teams, as well as an environmental cleanup company, responded to both scenes to clean up the spill. No injuries have been reported. The off-ramp of the interstate is temporarily shut down, as well as a portion of Wauhatchie Pike and Rossville Boulevard. Wrapping our top stories this week, a recycling warehouse at the 20,600 block of Northwest 47th Avenue ignited a 5-alarm fire March 5th, prompting Miami Gardens school lockdowns as 100 firefighters battled hazardous materials. No injuries were reported as crews utilized defensive strategies to protect nearby residents from smoke. The emergency response began at approximately 10:45 a.m., when thick smoke first billowed from the recycling facility. By 12:30 p.m., the incident was upgraded to a 5-alarm fire, requiring a massive surge in resources. More than 100 firefighters and 48 fire rescue units are on the scene, including personnel from Miramar Fire Rescue who arrived to assist Miami-Dade crews. According to Miami-Dade Deputy Fire Chief Danny Cardeso, the situation was critical upon arrival. From the arrival of the initial companies, the fire had already taken possession of the entire building, making it too dangerous for us to go inside, Cardeso said. The warehouse, which stores inventory for shipments, contains hazardous materials that have significantly complicated the suppression efforts. Emergency officials established a HAZMAT command post after discovering hazardous chemicals inside a warehouse adjoining the fire scene. To facilitate the massive response, authorities closed Northwest 47th Avenue between 199th and 215th Streets. This closure allowed crews to utilize the area's 8-inch water main system. Precautionary measures were immediately implemented for the community. Students at Dr. Frederica S. Wilson's Skyway Elementary School were kept indoors to avoid smoke exposure. Residents with respiratory issues were also advised to stay inside. A public safety alert stated, "Heavy smoke due to a fire is impacting the area. It is recommended for those with respiratory problems and medical conditions to shelter in place if possible." Firefighters are currently using a defensive strategy due to severe concerns regarding the building's structural integrity. The intense heat caused the fire to spread to several adjacent parked vehicles, resulting in total losses for those owners. So we're operating from the exterior again, trying to control the fire and keep it from spreading, Cardoso confirmed. Miami-Dade Commission Chair Oliver Gilbert identified the burning structure as a recycling facility. Authorities believe all individuals inside the building evacuated safely before the fire intensified. Fire crews in Miami Gardens were expected to remain on the scene for several hours to manage hotspots and ensure the hazmat risks are fully mitigated for the safety of nearby residents. That's going to do it for this week's Hazmat News. Reminder to our Legacy Premium members to check your inbox for your $100 coupon code. Good for any online training through the Hazmat guys. We'll see you next week. Timmy, over and out.